これがレクイエム。
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Show back with another video, and today we're talking about Monster Hunter Rise. So let me start by saying this: I do actually have a copy with air quotes, and you probably wondering why this is actually coming out early than the actual. Because I'm gonna drop it on the day it's gonna launch. Well, tonight it's gonna launch. It's gonna be Thursday 12. So technically it'll be the next day. I'm gonna drop this video on Thursday. But if you guys are wondering how I actually got my hands on a copy of Monster Hunter, we're just not really gonna speak on that. Just know I have 2 copies of Monster Hunter. I bought one digitally and I have one physically, but I do actually have a copy. I've been playing it for like the past couple of days. I'm enjoying like the world out of it. Now there was no pun intended there. I really do like world, but I gotta say, if this, there's a couple of things I'm gonna talk about later on in its first impressions. If this game specifically can do better as far as like finding monsters and having different creatures and stuff than world, like as the time goes, this will probably be my favorite Monster Hunter of all time, hands down. Now I feel like specifically in terms of Monster Hunter, they tend to like elevate the game. Every time they come up with a new game, I feel like things have changed, and they've changed for the better. I don't think I have seen like one Monster Hunter like kind of change, and this is something I really don't like. I think in Generations, if I'm not mistaken, they had the styles. It went from like 4 to Gen, and they had like the different styles and stuff. I really did enjoy that. World had a lot of quality of life changes, which I think honestly for me, I can't go back now. I played multiple Monster Hunters. I think the first one was Try. Then I played like 3, then 4 for you, and then obviously Generations on both systems. I played a couple of Monster Hunters. I put an enormous amount of hours into them. I'm not necessarily what you say a pro, because there are people who put like 500 hours in every single Monster Hunter game. That's not been me. I probably had at least 100 hours in every one, but definitely not nowhere near as 500 hours. The only game I probably got 500 hours in was World, and I feel like World has so many quality of life changes that it just made it so much easier for me. I just honestly felt like World had so much more to offer. It was such a streamlined experience. It was just a great thing overall. Now, as far as talking about Rise here, I honestly feel like if I don't have like the wire bug, whatever you want to call it, because they're trying to do something like that with the Clutch Claw. Clutch Claw is basically a tool to like, kind of do a surrogate jump on a monster, like without mounting it. Technically, you are mounting it without mounting it. There are some things I feel like if this goes away in the different Monster Hunter installments, I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna surely miss it. I think that obviously the game could have been handled amazing on PS5, and I think that's really why they didn't make it. I think they want Rise to be something that's specific to Nintendo. Nintendo has been basically where Monster Hunter has been at for the past couple of years. I mean, obviously it was on a couple of PSP systems, but as far as that's what really got them their start, it's definitely got to be Nintendo. That's where a lot of people really came from, where it really built its following at. I mean, with that being said, when you're playing Switch, and we're playing any game on Switch, especially Monster Hunter, you can obviously know that the game's not going to look 100% great. For me, personally, I don't think Monster Hunter looks great at all, but the gameplay, loop is so fun, so solid, that every time a game comes out, if the graphics don't look as great, because, I mean, mind you, we were playing on, 3DSs and DSs and stuff, so if the graphics don't look great, if they look anything better than 3DS, it works. I think World kind of spoiled us with the, great graphics and great gameplay. I think they kind of spoiled us, and we kind of wanted a lot more. I seen people really thrown off by the way it looks, and those people who really didn't play before World. World was so influential that it basically brought in a lot of new Monster Hunter fans, and now they want it exactly how that game was, but we can't do that anymore. Now, I mentioned a little bit earlier about the movement mechanic in the game. I do think it's such a unique entry. It's so simple. It's so simple, yet it's so innovative, whereas it seems like they definitely wanted to go a more mobile route with Monster Hunter, especially the dogs, man. The dogs, man. You like, obviously Palicos are great, and Palicos are so great that you could have like having just straight 2 Palicos in your party and really do a good amount of damage. But I really can't go without using that dog. I feel like it's so ingrained into me now that I have to use it. It's something I have to definitely use. It's something that's, just part of the normal flow of play for me now. I played about a good 20-30 hours into the game. I haven't beaten story mode yet. I've kind of just been farming monsters just enjoying my time. The footage you see here is like from the earlier gameplay. I didn't want to show too much, I didn't want to spoil too much. This game has a lot of surprises in it, which are really great. I like some of the monsters. For me, I didn't actually play the demo, so this was me going basically in blind, and I really am glad I decided to do that. I feel like it just kind of gave me a brand new experience. I didn't know how the combat was going to be. You know, I didn't get to fight Melio. You know, that's what I like to call him. I didn't get to fight him at all, you know, during the demo because I didn't play it. But I'm actually having a blast right now. I am currently waiting for my friends to get on and start playing. I am going to make a start over and basically play with them and make a new, profile and start a game all over again. I'll probably be uploading some footage to the channel because I did a lot of different Monster Hunter World stuff when the game first came out. And it was actually, highly rated videos. They got a lot of views, but back then I wasn't really great on the quality side. So getting back to the actual game, I don't really want to say too much because it's going to spoil it. And I could have just waited like 2 days and really just got into a whole spoiler thing. But if you really think about it, 2 days is not enough to really see everything that Rise has to offer. So I'll say this. I love the movement. I love the combat. I feel like it's like my favorite Monster Hunter game of all time. It's so fluid, so fast. If we were to go back to a more grounded, more solid Monster Hunter experience, I probably wouldn't like it. I love the way that you can actually change up the way weapons play. I really think it's a really big thing, honestly. I feel like that's so big. The skill for light bow gun, I think, is so much needed. It's ridiculous. Like, the wire bug thing is such a thing implemented, and it just changed the whole flow of Monster Hunter. It feels so different now, so new, so freeing. So if you're on the fence and definitely trying to decide whether you want to buy this game or not, you definitely need to buy it. It's a great game, great franchise, and that's pretty much all I'm gonna say here. You can wait for my more spoiler actual review a little later down the line. With that being said, guys, thanks for watching. I'm out.
King of Zone!